So good morning. I'm passing by Whole Foods right now. I'm in Santa Monica. I'm gonna meet my friend for lunch, dinner, breakfast, something like that, at a place called Brews Waffles, or Wiffles, sorry, in like half an hour, but I got here a little early, so I'm walking around. The meter, unfortunately, only takes 40 minutes at a time, so I'm gonna have to run back and feed it, but, so, yeah, last night I didn't really do anything. I was too tired. I just focused on uploading videos. Earlier today I got up like 10 and let's go up the street a little bit because it's so noisy. Anyway, I got up at about 10 and I was driving around Hollywood Hills trying to find nice looking houses, but I don't know, I guess I wasn't going on the right streets because most of the houses I went to were just pretty normal houses. I mean, normal for San Diego, which I guess is fairly nice. A lot of noisy trucks everywhere. Dirty alleys. Anyway, so I didn't really see any really nice houses, but maybe they're just up farther, I don't know. I did see a little park and I was walking around the park, and it's an interesting dynamic where you see all the white kids and the non-white, I presume nannies. Sorry if it's racist to presume that, but you know, when they don't refer to them as mommy and they refer to them by their name, I kind of assume that they're nannies. And it's just, I don't know, it kind of blows my mind because it's like, I know that raising kids is a lot of work and can be really difficult, but why have kids if you're not gonna like spend as much time as you can with them, especially when they're so young? But whatever, I'm not a super rich Hollywoodian, so I have different priorities, I guess. What else is there to say? I have been uploading the videos. I need to go through the pictures I took as well. Although, mostly I just did video of Disneyland. Are you guys enjoying the stuff that I uploaded? You should let me know in the comments. I mean, if you guys are like totally bored by all these vlogs, then you know, I was just gonna do them until I got home from LA at least, but I don't really know how much I have to say. No word from any of the people that I met at VidCon. I've only really gotten emails, and I was told to tweet them, and so I've tweeted them all several times, not like spam, but just like, hey, I'm gonna be in LA, do you wanna hang out maybe? No? Okay. And some emails, and I haven't gotten a response to any of them, and again, I don't know if it's just that they're still busy or if it's that they were just giving me that email to blow me off. I really hope it's not that one, because I thought I did a pretty good job of not being a crazy person, but I don't know. I was running off very little sleep. Man, I would hate to live in these houses. I mean, like, the houses themselves are not too bad, but you got these noisy ass trucks going by your house at all hours. That's where I want to live. Like, I want to live in like the middle of nowhere where you can have a giant house and not have super loud trucks driving by your house at all hours. It's like the friend's house that I'm staying at, or apartment. It's like, I don't know how he sleeps. There's just so much traffic. Anyway, yeah, there's not really much else to say. I don't know. I probably head home tomorrow, Wednesday, or possibly Thursday. The whole point of me coming out here was to hopefully like meet up and have a drink or have dinner or something with some of the YouTubers, but since none of them are replying to me, then there's not really much point in me staying out here. After I have lunch with my friend at Blues Wiffles, I thought I might as well drive over and explore the Santa Monica Pier, although I've been there before. Maybe I'll play some DDR if the DDR machine is still there. Let's sit for a second. Ugh. All the dog walkers are interesting too, because again, why would you get a dog if you aren't going to be able to walk it? But at the same time, it's nice that they're going to that lengths, because I know a lot of people that have dogs and don't ever take them for walks, and that kind of sucks. Sorry, I'm still recovering from how tired I got at VidCon, but I am going to be doing a video soon on what I thought was good and what I thought needs work at VidCon. Possibly not until I get home. We'll find out. I wonder where Toby lives. No, I'm just kidding. It's weird. It's creepy how like famous he is, because I was watching some of Seth's vlogs, because Seth was like, oh, if you want to be my friend, you should, you know, like you can watch my vlogs for topics you want to talk about. And I was like, okay. So I was watching them at my friend's house, and just like in the middle of Amsterdam, I mean, I'm sure he tweeted about it, but still, in the middle of Amsterdam, all these hordes of kids show up wearing Tabasco shirts. And it's just like, that's kind of scary. That's beyond the level of famous that I would ever want to be. I want to be able to like walk around without getting accosted. Unless I'm at a specific event where, you know, people are expecting you to be like VidCon. I can be accosted plenty there. That would be great. But yeah. Alright. I feel weird talking to the camera, so I'm gonna go. Bye. Check out how awesome this person's front yard is. All these little tiny little figurines from all over the place. There's a Chimchar Pokemon. What? There's a little cat. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I want that. I want that for my cat collection. Anyway, just thought that was really cool. So I'm still over by the Buffs Wiffles, I think it's called. Let me sit down for a second. Ugh. There's some moss on the ground. I like moss. No moss. Anyway, so I met up with my friend Benja, also known as Mr. Benja, and we had waffles. He had chicken and waffles, which is apparently the specialty of this place, and I had a giant chocolate waffle with Oreo and ice cream and cookies and stuff like that. It was very sweet, and it was an interesting first meal for the day. And then afterward, I walked over through this little park. I don't know what the park's called, but it's interesting. There's like lots of playground equipment. I was playing with some little kids, as I always do whenever I go to a park, because I love kids. And then as I was exiting, I saw a sign that was like, oh, you're not allowed in here if you're not accompanying children. I'm like, oops. So luckily I don't think anything really matters as far as that. I think that's probably just there in case somebody does something bad. Anyway, so parking was interesting. So I parked at one spot and it was 40 minutes, and I went and fed the meter, and then I went to go back to feed the meter and it wouldn't let me feed it, and I was like, what? It said, oh, your limit is expired. So I had to find a new place. Still filming? Yeah, okay. I'm filming from the other side of the camera. It said you have to find a new spot. So I was like, okay. So I drove around, I found a new spot, and the new spot was 20 minutes. So I paid for that, and then I rushed out again after 20 minutes. And finally I found a spot that's here on the street that's 2 hours. There's a little bit of a walk, and so I'm about to go back and drive on from there. But I thought it was kind of, that's a very uniquely LA thing, parking being such a nightmare. A lot of people, a lot of cars, a lot of crazy drivers. But anyway, so yeah, Benja and I had a meal and we talked. I mean, when I wasn't rushing around trying to find parking, we talked. And, you know, I kind of gave him a rundown of what happened at VidCon, and he told me a bit about his job at Sony. He can't tell me too much because he's under a bunch of non-disclosures, but he told me what he could tell. And then he was like, man, I can't wait for you to live he said he wants to see what happens when I have to move to LA and become all Hollywoodized. And I'm like, well, that's probably not going to happen for a long time, if ever, because I wouldn't move out here unless I had a very secure job. And unfortunately, it's kind of a catch-22. You have to move out here to get a secure job, but you have to have a secure job to move out here. Or you have to move out here and live in like a closet. And I'd rather not do that. I don't want to live in LA, but honestly, if I do start getting paired with some big YouTubers, I'm probably gonna have to move to LA just because everybody is out here to film, which I don't really understand, because it's like the whole thing about YouTube is it's supposed to be that you can, like, you know, record from the comfort of your home, so I don't understand why everybody like has to come out here. But I guess it's you know, more skits kind of thing like that. And I think most YouTubers, even if they didn't start out that way, they do kind of end up as actors. And acting is fun, and like I like acting, and I love improv and stuff like that, so I'd be totally fine with it. But yeah, I don't really know how to go about that. I'm still learning. Maybe next year will be the year that I, until then, somehow build up some kind of viewership enough to the point that I can start getting on skits and stuff like that. But anyway, so it's like 3 o'clock now, I think, and I thought I'd head over to the Santa Monica Pier. I've been there before, but you know, it's always nice to walk around. It's not that big of a deal to me because I live in San Diego and we have plenty of piers there too. But I know there's like an arcade with DDR and stuff in it, and for once I actually have some money, so I'll probably spend $5 or so playing games there, and then probably head back to my friend's place to see if we can do something today. I don't know. He's going to be busy most of today, so I was going to spend it exploring. I could go to a museum, but even though I have some money, I don't have a lot, and I kind of don't really want to go to a museum because I live in San Diego. We have Balboa Park. We have lots of museums, so it's not really a big deal to me. Someone just decided not to go this way because I'm filming. Anyway, so that's it. I'm gonna head over to Santa Monica Pier and see if I can find something cool to do. Maybe I'll finally go on that one Ferris wheel, although I think it's like $10 or something like that. We'll see. And I think it's been broken down every time I went there too, so right, check in later. Hey guys, remember the last time I was here to film a vlog? Of course, at that time I had Steve to walk with me, so I didn't look like quite such a weirdo talking into a camera, but that's alright. This is the vlog, Generation V for vlog. Anyway, not V for Vendetta, that would be much cooler, but anyway, so yeah, I'm still still fairly upset about the parking citation. I still think that it's great injustice, but you know what, I am willing to work past that anger and just try to enjoy the rest of my time in Los Angeles until I go home. It's going to be sundown. It's getting kind of cold and clammy. Still no word from anybody, but that's not necessarily a bad thing since I was so upset earlier. I wouldn't really want to show up and show an unlikable side of myself, although seeing them would probably make me actually not so unhappy, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to upload that video. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then it means that I didn't. In which case I need to re-summarize why I was so upset. So after I went to get food with my friend, I went back to my car, which I thought I had parked in a safe place, but apparently there was a sign hidden behind a tree saying "No parking Tuesday, sweet sweeping," and got knocked for basically all the money I had saved to spend on food for the rest of my trip to LA. But I have 21 days to pay it, and according to my dad, it won't affect my car insurance. I don't know if that's for sure, but I hope not, because I really can't afford it. And as far as people not replying to any of my messages, which I was hoping they would so we can hang out, you know, I know not to take it personally, because it kind of is just an LA thing that you get very concerned with your own schedule, and you know, you only take other people's schedules, and a speech, everybody, into consideration after you take care of your own. And that's just what you have to do when you're a busy person, you know? I mean, especially when you're a famous busy person, because there's a lot of people that want to make use of your time. So you can't really, I see somebody else vlogging. Anyway, you can't really take it personally when people don't get back to you. Nonetheless, it is frustrating because, you know, like, I feel like I have to be the one to hunt them down and make them be my friend, like that scene in Weeds. But at the same time, you know, I have to be very careful how I present myself so that they don't see me as a creep, as a weirdo, or at least as a harmful kind. Kind of like when I was talking to Kate and in the Hilton bar, and we had these like interesting conversations, and I think the only times that she really kind of started to not want to talk to me was when I was like, "I'm sorry, am I being weird?" She was like, "Don't do that." She like pointed at me and said, "Don't do that." So yeah, basically be confident in yourself, and don't, I mean, this is seemed to be her advice to me, is be confident in yourself and don't really worry about whether you're making the other person unhappy or not, because I guess if they are unhappy, they'll let you know. Especially if they're from Los Angeles, because Los Angelinos aren't particularly worried about hurting your feelings from what I've seen. Not in like a mean way, but just like they're not as prone to be nice to your face and then say bad things about you behind your back like certain other people are. And yes, I include myself in that category. I'm working on it. I try not to bad talk people, but you know, everyone has their moments of weakness. Look at half naked dudes. Don't I bring you the most interesting vlogs ever? You know, I actually think I'm just gonna put this on my other channel and just start pushing that channel, because I don't know, vlogs are kind of fun. I don't know if I can do them quite as interesting as, say, Toby Turner, but you know what, it's a work in progress, and it would help if you guys who might be watching this let me know, you know, what you want to see more of. I live in San Diego, and we have a lot of stuff in San Diego that I guess is worth seeing, like, you know, Balboa Park and the zoo and various other things. I'd have to record it during the day and then upload it at night, though, since I can't really upload from my video unless I have Wi-Fi. Oh, I'm so tired of my tongue being weird. Can you see the pelicans? I can barely see my screen, so I can't tell. There's a bunch of lines of pelicans that keep flying in these very geometric V shapes, which is kind of cool. And then there's this, I don't know if that's the marine layer or if that's the smog layer or a combination of both, but I'm gonna sit down with the sun and wow, that sun is like right over the park. Sorry about that. Okay, maybe I won't sit with the sun behind me. I'll sit with these buildings behind me, whatever they are. But anyway, yeah, so in summary, I got that parking citation and it used up pretty much all of my money, but I'm gonna have to pay that money whether I'm here or in San Diego, so I might as well try to make use of my the rest of my day. I pretty much broke down in that other video too. Not quite as Chris Crocker level, but pretty bad, so yeah, I probably won't upload it. It's funny though, you know how, like, well, I don't know if this is the same for you guys, but for me, I feel emotions. When I do feel emotions, I feel them very, very strong.